Hello and welcome to JOROUKA'S Infusion, where we try to infuse the shared joy of creativity and innovation into our everyday meals. I am Joy, and whether you are a member of the squad, an occasional visitor, or just passing by, I invite you to stay a while with me as we dive into today's recipe. And as you watch, don't forget to give that like button a little smash. Today we are making the soft and tender homemade soft dinner rolls, and we're starting from scratch, and we're going to be infusing it with some raisins. Keep watching. Alright friends, let's get started. So this recipe answers your question on how to make soft dinner rolls from scratch, and it shows you what makes a bread soft and fluffy. So into this bowl, I'm just going to start by measuring out 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use bread flour if you have that available, but this is what I have. This is what is common here. So now I am going to drop a list of all the ingredients and the measurements in the description box. So next, I am going to go in with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and that's about 5 ml of salt, and I am going in with 2 tablespoons of yeast. And I am using the dry yeast here. You can use this instant yeast, and that will be perfect. I went in with some dry milk, and that's about a teaspoon of dry milk, and I am going in with 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to give all of that a quick stir. Now it's time to incorporate our wet ingredients, and I am going in with my yogurt. I have a cup of yogurt here, but I am going to incorporate it in batches. So I went in with a 1/4 cup of evaporated milk. Yes, and I am going to add 1 egg into this bread. So we're going to stir all of that together and gently incorporate the rest of our yogurt until we get the consistency we want for this bread. So this is easy dinner rolls without mixer. I am going to use my hands to mix all of it, so that if you don't have a mixer, you don't have to worry. You can make your bread at home, and it will be very, very perfect as well. So I've gone in with my hands, and as you can see, our dough is very sticky. So this is what you want. But as a sticky, I'm going to be incorporating, I'm going to be lighter, adding little flour just so I can mix it well, just a little. But what we want to end up is a dough that still has some sticky, soft consistency. So I needed this for about 7 to 8 minutes, and then I transferred it into on a board, and then I am going to incorporate my butter at this point. So you want to mix in your butter or margarine, but preferably use some butter. So I mixed in about 75 grams of butter into this mixture, and we're going to just keep on kneading until we get the soft, fluffy consistency we want. So it's going to keep getting sticky, so you keep flouring lightly, very lightly, and knead very well with the what do you call that part? You knead with your hands, but the down part of your hands, I don't know. If you know, help me out. Okay, so what we want is a very smooth consistency like this, so that when you stretch it, it will stretch well. So we're going to cover and let this sit for about 3 hours, and this is because I'm using the dry yeast. So we'll let it until it doubles in size. So now after 3 hours, this is what we have. Now you leave your dough to rest at room temperature. So we're going to transfer this back, and we're going to roll it out. So, my friends, if you've watched to this point, what are you waiting for? If you never want to run out of creative ideas in your kitchen, why don't you hit on that subscribe button so you can be a part of this family, and on the notification bell so you can get notified anytime I drop a video like this? Okay, and if you know anyone who will appreciate these recipes, why not share and share? We all know that sharing is caring. I divided my bread rolls into different sizes like this, and we are going to just shape them nicely. Keep watching to see how we are going to incorporate our raisins. So you want to take one dough, roll it nicely, and punch with your fingers and with your fist, and then into that we are going to create like a little blend, and we'll drop the quantity of raisins we want, and then we're going to just roll it like this, and then we'll keep aside in our baking pan. So I'm just going to repeat this process with another so that you can see in case you missed the first one. You can see my hands are still messy. That's what happens when you knead your dough with your bare hands. But that's okay. So this is what we want. So we're going to line them up. I am going to bake this in my cake pans, and we are going to just cover for the second proving, and the second proving will let that sit for an hour or an hour 20 minutes. If you're using the instant dry yeast, it's going to take you a shorter period of time. So after about an hour, this is what our dough looks like, and we're going to go in with the egg wash. The egg wash is going to give this bread a nice vibrant color when it comes out from the oven. So while this is going on, I had preheated my oven to 185 degrees, and I dunked it in after about an hour. Oh no, after about 25 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. This is not an hour. I'm mixing up this recipe with a bigger loaf that I made. After about 25 minutes, depending on the level of your heat, I'm using the conventional oven, and mine takes a bit longer. But on the modern ovens, you are going to need just about 15 to 18 minutes to make your bread. Okay, so this is what we have, and I just brushed that with some sugar syrup, and it's giving it this beautiful shine. This rolls disappeared in 5 minutes. They couldn't even wait for me to take my thumbnail. It's that good. And each time I make this, that is how it just disappears. I myself, we started eating it right away. We started with this one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this recipe a try. And I got other recipes on fluffy pancakes. I'll drop a link for them in the description box down below, okay?